Well, don't look now, but New Comic Book Day is almost here once again. Thank God it is a light week, but it's time to take a look at what's coming out so I can tell you what I'm getting. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them, all for your viewing pleasure. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. Now on this channel, I do comic book unboxings, reviews, haul videos, and a bunch of stuff just like that. So if you're interested in that type of content, hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever new videos go live. Now, this is the latest in a series that I like to call What I'm Getting. It's where I take a look at all the books that are coming out. I make a list. I tell you which ones I'm getting, what's on the chopping block, and what's on the maybe list that I'll make a game day decision about. That way you can be better informed when you go to your shop this week. Maybe I'm getting something that you forgot about. So I always love to start with the book that I'm most excited for, but before I do, gotta give a quick shout out to this week's sponsor, the Kraken's Horde. Now, the Kraken's Horde is a relatively new online business. They sell comics, right? They sell back issues. They do live shows every month, but they also have a Diamond account and do new orders as well. So you can get your new DC comics, your new Marvel comics, your new Image and Boom, all of that through the Kraken's Horde. They do pull boxes, remote pull boxes, so you can start a subscription and get your new titles for 20% off, and they'll come to you every week in the mail. Super cool. So shout out to Nick and Palmer and the whole team at the Kraken's Horde. And if you're interested, you can visit thekrakensHorde.com. Just take a look at the link. It's in the description below. Tell them I sent you. That might even treat you even more special. But that's today's sponsor. So once again, shout out to the Kraken's Horde, and thanks for making this video possible. Now, like I said, I like to start with the book that I'm most excited for every week. And this week, that is Batman, issue 114. So Batman by James Tynion and Jorge Jimenez. We are smack dab in the middle of Fear State. So for basically the better part of this year, we've been getting this whole Magistrate storyline, and we're seeing how Gotham is like slowly embracing the concept of the Peacekeepers and the Magistrate. Well, the Scarecrow decided to take things up a notch and really scare the mayor into approving Simon Saint's whole Peacekeeper initiative. But there's just one problem. Scarecrow's pulling the strings. Simon Saint isn't in control anymore, and Peacekeeper 01 is going crazy in the streets of Gotham. So Batman has to find a way to stop him and reverse this mind control programming and, you know, make things right in Gotham. Gotham's had a rough 3 years after the City of Bane and then the Joker War, and it kind of culminates in this. So this event is going to end James Tynion's run, and it's also, it seems like it's going to put an end to this whole Magistrate debacle for good. And we're going to kind of start fresh with Batman going into the new year. So I'm excited to see how things wrap up. I got to tell you, I caught up on Batman. I read like issues 106 through 111, which was basically everything I needed leading up to Fear State. And it's kind of been in a holding pattern. I'm glad that Fear State is moving things along faster, but I'm going to be glad when this is over. Anyway, still very excited for this book. This is some of the best artwork in comics. I don't want to take that for granted. But anyway, Batman 114 has a cover price of $4.99, and I'm just getting the cover A. And believe it or not, that's the only book on my DC Comics pull list this week. So my DC Comics are going to cost me about $5. Now let's move on to Marvel, where there are only 2 books on the pull list. I told you it was a light week. First up from Marvel Comics this week is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 75. So this is the first issue in the Spider-Man Beyond storyline. Ben Reilly is taking the reins and returning to be Spider-Man once again. I can't even lie to you, I haven't even read Amazing Spider-Man 74, and the whole reason I was even pulling Spider-Man to the end of Nick Spencer's run was to get set up for this whole Ben Reilly thing. Being honest with you, I'm probably going to drop Spider-Man. I'm going to see how it goes after this issue, but I know that Spider-Man is becoming a 3 times monthly title, and I don't know if I want to be along for that ride. I might just have to bite the bullet and read it digitally 3 months later on Marvel Unlimited. But we'll see how issue 75 goes and if it can keep me on the series. It's got a cover price of $5.99, and there's actually a bunch of really cool covers. I think the one everyone's after is the Pat Gleason Webhead variant. I like the In-Hyuk Lee variant, but there's a bunch of covers your shop probably ordered a bunch of them, but take a look and see which one you want. Now, next up from Marvel Comics is Dark Ages #2. This is written by Tom Taylor, who's actually my favorite writer in comics right now. I gotta dig out my issue #1. I was reorganizing stuff. I don't know where it is. I've heard this is just a great Tom Taylor Elseworlds, The World is Ending story. I don't expect anything less from Tom Taylor at this point. He's done it with Injustice. He's done it with Deceased. Even Seven Secrets is amazing. So I don't doubt that this is a great series. I just got to dig out my issue #1. But Dark Ages #2 comes out this Wednesday, and it's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm just getting cover A this time around. And that's the end of my Marvel Comics pull list. So with so few books coming out this week, maybe I'll finally get caught up on this to-read pile. My Marvel Comics are going to cost me just $10 this week. A very welcome change. So we're at $15 so far. Not bad, kicks. Not bad. Now, next up, we got to talk about the independent, the small publishers, the creator-owned books coming out this week. And first up, from Robert Kirkman, is Firepower. This is issue 16. I'm so far behind on Firepower, I might as well drop it and wait for trades, but I like the book, so the covers are great. Art by Chris Samnee, and I just got to get caught up. This is just, it's one of those titles I just kind of fell off when my daughter was born, but it's Robert Kirkman. Funny enough, he's got the second book here too, but Firepower has got one cover, it's just the cover A, and it's got a cover price of $3.99. And next up from Robert Kirkman is The Walking Dead Deluxe. We're up to issue 24. I think this book comes out like every other week or every week. But anyway, reprinting every issue of The Walking Dead in color with a cardstock cover with a bunch of extras and interviews and stuff in the back. It's a no-brainer for me as long as David Finch is on covers, and even when he's not. I plan to get this, and I think this might be my first custom bind project. I think that's what I'm going to do with these books. But that's got a cover price of $3.99, and I'm just getting the cover A. And that's the end of my indie pull list. A very light week indeed. There are some honorable mentions. I am getting The Lot from Bad Idea Comics, but I had to prepay for that with my LCS, so it doesn't count in this total anyway. And I think I'm also down for one of those Marvel action books. I'm likely going to just leave it in the shop. My daughter doesn't seem to be interested in superhero comics anymore, so why spend the money? But those are all the books that my indie books are going to cost me $8 this week, which brings my grand total. Listen to this. My grand total this week is $23. Amazing. Amazing. Chances are I do not walk out of the shop only having spent that, but there's hope. And honestly, I need it because I went way overboard last week. Like, I happened to not make a video last week and I happened to go way overboard. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe I just have to go and make a video every week so that I don't just spend things out of control. But $23, that's welcome. So far, balances things out. So what's on your pull list this week? I know a lot of people try a lot of indie series. I know there's a bunch of Marvel stuff coming out that I'm just not subscribed to. Same for DC, honestly. So I want to know what's on your list that I didn't cover here. Hey, it's a light week, so if you want to pitch me your favorite series, go ahead and do that. I actually have room in the budget. So do that. And if you want to talk comics with me all the time, then you got to join my private Facebook community. It's called the K Squad. We talk comics all the time. It's just a really fun place to be. There's over 460 members. We're just waiting for you. So click the link in the description below. Tell us who your favorite comic book hero is, and we'll let you in. And until next time, I hope you saw something you liked in this video. If not, hey, that's cool, because you can always buy what you like. Just make sure you read what you buy and be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.